Perfect. Perfect.
Hey sweet babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Today you guys, I wanted to give you my Sephora recommendations. The big sale is coming up and you know we all itching to buy something, but it's like, what do we buy? What do we buy? I don't know about y'all, but my wish list is hella long and I need to chop it down. I need to know what is like top tier. What do I need in my life? Like right now, like yesterday, that's what I need to know. So I wanted to make sure I give you some of my faves from Sephora, and I wanted to do it in a different type of way because I know that for me, makeup is an accessory. So depending on what look I'm going for, what hair I'm wearing, what outfit I'm wearing, sometimes I want to be dewy, sometimes I want to have that natural finish, and sometimes I want to be matte. Today I'm going to give you guys recommendations in pretty much every category for people who like dewy, natural, and matte finishes. So y'all ready? Let's get this video started. So this year I became a primer girl. Before I was not a primer girl. I was like, does it do anything? Do I really need it? And everybody said, no girl, when you find primers that you like, you'll be a primer girl. And this year I found some primers that I like. So when I'm going for that dewy look, I'll pull out this Rare Beauty primer. This is their illuminating primer. They also have like a pore diffusing primer, which I like that as well. But this one I reach for more, especially when I'm going for that dewy look. It just goes on kind of like skincare, and it just gives you that nice soft glow, not too dewy, not too glowy, but it does give you a nice glow, and it just blends into your foundation so good. So if you like that dewy look, or you just like for your primer to have hydration, this is a great one because it's not gonna like come through your foundation as super dewy, but it'll definitely give you that hydration and a slight glow. If you're going for a more of a natural finish, and even the girls that like to be matte, they love this Milk Hydro Grip primer. I like this as well when I'm going for a natural finish or maybe even a matte finish, but this is tricky, honey. When I tell you you need a little bit of this, you need a little bit of this because it's called Hydro Grip and it will grip your foundation. So if you put too much on, honey, you look cakey because it's gripping everything. So you definitely want to use a very thin layer of this, but it does have your skin like hydrated and just really nice and ready for makeup. And baby, it grips your makeup. So this is really nice, but don't use too much or cake face. For my girls that like to be more matte, they like their pores filled in, a blurred look, go for the Tatcha Luminous Silk. I like this. It's nice and smooth, kind of like a lotiony type of feel, but once you put it on, it feels silky. It really does. It feels so nice and smooth and silky and soft, and your pores are like all in here. They're like blurred out, and it lays your makeup so nice. So if you like a matte finish, or you're an oily girl, especially in the T-zone, you need to keep that, you know, nice and tamed, then definitely go for Tatcha Luminous Silk for your primer. Foundation, girl, this year I found foundations that I didn't have to mix colors. I have such a weird undertone. It's like a pinky red undertone, so sometimes it's hard for me to find foundations because they're either too golden or too like neutral olivey or whatever. So now I've been seeing a lot of them that have more of like a soft peach or soft pink undertone. So I've been loving that, and one that I found this year was this one by NARS. This is for my girls that like more of a dewy finish or more of a voluminous. We ain't talking about hair, girl. More of a luminous type of look. It's definitely not like glowy though. It's just like a healthy look. I don't know how to explain it, but I reached for this. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I heard that the new Soft Matte by NARS is fire, so I might be picking that up. But this NARS Sheer Glow, it just is so good. I'm in the shade Valencia. It just lays on my skin so well. Like, and when you see it, it's called NARS Sheer Glow, but you're not too glowy, you're not too dewy. It's just like the perfect type of finish, and I just love this foundation. When I'm going for a more natural to more of a matte finish, I'm reaching for Huda Beauty, girl. She has my skin laid. I love her. Now I do have to mix shades. I have Beignet and Macchiato. I have to mix them to get my perfect shade. I don't mind. I don't mind because the way this lays and the finish of it just has your face sitting. Like, I just love this foundation. Depending on what primer you use, you can get more glow or more matte to it, or it can just be a nice natural type of finish. But it does lean slightly towards the more matte side, but it is a natural to matte finish for me. Girl, she did that with this foundation. It's called Luminous Matte, and that's what it really is. It's a luminous matte. It's just perfect. It's just the perfect in-between type of foundation, and I highly recommend these. When I'm going for more of a matte finish and I want that smooth look, I want my makeup to be so set that rain, sleet, or snow will not make it move, I'm going for good old Too Faced. Too Faced, Born This Way. This girl is just, she sits. She sits, she's matte, she's here for any type of weather, and she's just that girl. I'm in the shade Sand. I don't have to mix her with anything, and she just has my face sitting like a beautiful powdered cloud in such a fabulous way. Like, she is that girl. If you like matte, pick her up. Pick her up. So for concealers, with me being in my 40s, I do like to have more of a hydrated under eye, which could be hard with concealers. But this one by NARS, this Creamy Radiant Concealer, you guys put me onto this and told me to try this because the Tarte Shape Tape, girl, desert eyes, I just had no more time for it. So I picked this up, and it really does keep my under eyes nice, clear, hydrated. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not cakey and super dry and just folding into every crease and crack and line that I have. So I do like this when I'm going for a hydrating concealer. Also, this by Kosas, this one is so good. This is the one I'm wearing today, and she just lays. She is nice and hydrating. She sits well. I did have to put like a little bit of a lighter one on top of this, so I'm gonna repurchase this in a lighter color because this is a little darker than what I want, but the formula of it is just, girl, it's amazing. Nice, hydrating. She sits well, doesn't get all in the cracks and creases and crevices. If she gets in there, she's filling it up, and you're gonna look smooth. So this I highly recommend. And for my concealer, when I'm going for that matte look, Too Faced, honey, Too Faced, she just comes through. She does what she needs to do, and she does it well. She's an OG, and she's just that girl. I mean, she just is. She can just cater to so many people, so many looks, so many skin types, so many under eye, you know, creases and cracks and crevices and all of that. So she's that girl, and when I'm going for a more matte look, I do reach for her, but she's not like hella drying. She's not like Shape Tape, okay? She is giving me that matte look, but still giving me enough hydration to where my eyes are not cracked and about to fall off. For contour, you guys, I have been obsessed with this Makeup by Mario contour. First of all, I love it because I love that it's in a stick. I can put the contour exactly where I want it, and you know, better like lines and make it sit exactly where I want it to sit. And it also comes with this brush that's great for blending it out, but it blends out so smooth and seamlessly. Like, sometimes I feel like I need to put on more because it just blends right into your foundation, blends into your skin so well, and it's beautiful. This is an amazing contour stick. This is in the shade Medium Dark, and this is his Soft Sculpt Shaper Stick, and it's just amazing. So when I'm going for like a more of a natural type of finish, I'm reaching for Huda. This is her foundation stick, but I use it as a contour, and it's so buttery and creamy, and she blends so well. She is amazing. I love her. I highly recommend you pick her up. I think her shade range is pretty decent as well. I have this one. This one is in the shade Mocha, and I also have a darker one because I like to have different types of contours depending on what look I'm going for. So this one is more, I would say, more of a like a peanut buttery color, and then I have a darker one for when I'm going for that real contour, girl, because I be having them days when I want my cheek to look drawn on, okay? When I'm going for more of a matte look, I'll go to my Hourglass stick. This is their Vanish stick, and this is also their foundation stick. This one is in the shade Espresso. This one it's creamy and it's buttery, but it's a little thicker, but she gets the job done, and she sits and blends very well. Once you get her blended, though, she's a little harder to blend than the other two, but once you blend her out, she is worth it. For real. So now it's time to set the under eyes. When I'm looking for something not too heavy, something that just blurs the under eyes, leaves them still really hydrated, I'm reaching for this Cloud Set powder by Kosas. This one is in the shade Cushiony, and it just gives you such a blurred type of look and still hydrated. Like, it's not too powdery or too cakey. When I'm looking for that natural finish where I just want my eyes to be smooth and look like, girl, like I'm like 20 years younger. This Fenty powder. This is the Pro Filter powder. I have the shade Banana. This is what I use today, and I just love the way this powder sits under my eyes. It's not too cakey, not too powdery. It doesn't really look like you just packed on, you know, a whole lot of powder. And I put on quite a bit, but it still doesn't look like I just like sat there and baked and caked and all of that. Like, I really love this powder. I think it has a really nice finish. Like, it's not too matte, it's not too glowy or anything. It's just a perfect type of setting powder, and I love to use this color under my eyes. Also, another one that I love under my eyes is the Huda Easy Bake powder. This one is in the shade Blondie, and she sits very nice too. Like, she'll have your under eyes looking so smooth, so blurred, but not super cakey. And I just really love this powder too. It's so finely milled, and it's just an amazing setting powder. Like, no matter where you put it, you can get this in all different kind of colors and just set your face all over it, and girl, she melts. She melts. I love her. I also had to put this one in there. This is the Laura Mercier powder, but this is in the shade Honey. I had to include her because, for one, I like the way she sits. I'll reach for her when I'm looking for a more of a matte set up under my eyes, but the fact that it's in the shade Honey is why I love her, because I was always mixing my regular Laura Mercier translucent powder with my Sacha Buttercup powder, trying to get the perfect under eye color, and then 100 years later, here she come out with this, and now I don't have to mix those powders anymore. So now they just sit, and I gotta figure out how to get rid of them now. But when I'm looking for more of a matte set type of finish up under my eyes, I reach for this one in Honey, and she is that girl. No flashback, no nothing. She's just a good powder for me. So when it comes to setting my contour, there's only a couple of them from Sephora that I would use, and this one is one of them, which is the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. This one is in the shade Mocha. I actually got hip to using the Micro Smooth powder all over my face. So I have another color that I use all over my face. Makeup was always, girl, melted. So I said, well, why don't I buy the Micro Smooth powder and set my contour with it? So I got this shade Mocha to do that, and honey, she is that girl. I use this today, and I'm telling you, she just melts into your skin. Like, this powder is amazing, and it's affordable. Like, I love this powder. This Micro Smooth powder is definitely holy grail type of powder. I don't care if you're using it under your eyes, all over your face, for your contour. Like, she will melt when that water, when that setting spray hit it, girl, you're gonna be like, what powder, girl? This is amazing. The other powder that I use to set my contour is the Huda powder. This one is in Cinnabon, and I like this one for when I'm going for more of a golden, glowy type of look. I'll use this one because this is more of a, I would say, like a orangey warm type of shade for me. So this one is more of a cool tone shade for me, and this one is more of a warm shade for me. So when I'm going for that warm shade, that golden type of look, then I'll reach for this one. Like I told y'all already, this powder is amazing, so finely milled that she just melts into your skin, and I love Huda's powder. For all over face powders, honey, the first and foremost, baby, is this Dior Backstage No Powder powder. She is so freaking good. This is in the shade 4N, and y'all, when you put this on your face will look so good, so blurred. This powder is so fine that it's damn near invisible. And then when you set it with the setting spray, like, your whole face turns into skin. It turns into skin, girl. I'm trying to tell you, this powder is worth every dime. I want it in a lighter color for under my eyes. I want it in a darker color for my contour, and then keep this one for all over my face. This is a must-have powder. Like, this powder, if you wear powder all over your face, if you, girl, her. Now, if you're going for a more glowy type of look, more dewy type of finish, then the Glowish Powder by Huda is amazing. She is also super fine, but she also has like some kind of a glow in her, like, and you'll just look so dewy, so healthy. Like, she is so good. I freaking love this powder. It says glowish, and that's what you're gonna be doing. You'll have a whole glowish look to you. You just look juicy and good, but not wet and oily. Like, you just look love her. So I told y'all I buy powders in multiple colors depending on where I want to use it on my face, and I have these two again as all over setting powders. This one is the Sephora Micro Smooth. This one is in the shade medium, and this is the Cloud Set by Kosas, and this is in the shade Pillowy. And these are the ones that I will use all over my face. These are going to give me that natural look, natural finish. This one is a little more dewy than this one, but not as dewy as the glowish one. So when I'm going for more of a natural radiance type of finish, this is what I'll reach for. But both of these are amazing powders. Melts into your skin. Like, I can't even say melts into your skin enough times. Like, I just can't. And I'm probably going to say it like 10 more times today. Now, when I'm going for that matte look, honey, it's just, you know, it's just something about when you're going for that matte look. Like, when you are matte, honey, you are that girl. You are that confident. Like, I don't know. It's just something about a matte face. Because you got to pull it off right. Because, you know, matte can go cakey. Matte could go, you got too much, you look like you got too much makeup on, or matte could be, honey, sitting, okay? And so when I'm going for matte looks and I want to be sitting, honey, Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade number 3, and when she says she's gonna give you an airbrush finish, that's what she meant. That's what she said. She said what she said. This will give you that airbrush finish, girl. Your makeup will be just so beautiful, yet still matte, not too dewy, not radiant, just beautiful type of finish. When I'm looking for matte, I'm absolutely reaching for her. And the other powder that I'm looking for when I'm looking for a matte finish is this one by Makeup Forever, and this is their Matte Velvet Skin, and that's exactly what it's going to give you, that velvet soft skin looks, matte. It's just, this is amazing too. Like, hands down, these powders, y'all, whew, I can't even say enough. They are just so good. And I just love how I just have different powders for different looks. Like, I love it. Love that for me. For blush, Glowish, I bought all 4 colors in this blush. I love her blushes, how they have those swirly colors in there. It has a nice radiance to it, not too glowy, but it's like perfectly glowy, perfectly dewy. Like, all these Glowish products are just amazing. I bought all 4 colors. This one is in the shade Berry Juicy, and this is the one that I use today. She just gives you the right amount of color, the right pop of color, but you still look good. You still look nicely flushed, healthy, like bomb blushes. If you're more of a cream blush type of girl, Makeup by Mario has some nice blushes. This one's in the shade Raspberry, and look how beautiful and vibrant that is. Like, girl, I know you like, that color is loud, but when you put it on, it's not as bright. Like, it shears out so amazingly, and it also comes with the brush on the bottom, like the contour stick. When I tell y'all, his cream blushes and bronzers, they just blend into your skin so perfectly. It's like, was I born with this flush? Like, was I? Like, he did that with these. Like, I love his cream blushes, these sticks, and they just so convenient because it's just like a stick. It's not messy. Like, love it. Lastly, for cream blush is Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty makes some fire cream blushes, but girl, you gotta be careful. When you use this, you need 1 drop, like 1 dot on your face. Boop! That's it. That's all you need. 1 drop on your face, because this is pigmented, honey. Pigment to the 10th power. Like, she did not come to play. You put 1 drop on and you shear that thing out. You shear it out, but the colors are amazing and the pigment is A1. So if you're a cream blush type of girl, you probably already tried these, and if you didn't, try them. This one is in the shade Faith. Just put a dot. That's all you need. It's gonna last you forever, but the color payoff is freaking amazing, and it just shears out so bomb. Okay, for bronzers, girls, bronzer, it's just something about bronzer. Bronzer just brings you back to life. You know how you look kind of flat after you've like put on your makeup and put on your powder, and then it's time to bronze and it just warms you up, girl. A good bronzer will bring your makeup look to life. And this one by Glowish is one of my favorites. This one is in the shade 4 Deep Tan. And she is just that girl. She look at her. She just looks so good in the pan. And you can see that she has that like swirly, radiant, glowy type of look in there. And I just absolutely love her. When I'm going for more of a dewy or naturally radiant type of finish, I look at this one. Hands down, it's just a fire bronzer. Next, when I'm going for more of a natural look, I'm reaching for this one by NARS. This one is in the shade Casino, and this is the one that I use. She has like that matte finish, but a slight bit of sheerness to her. So it's not like completely matte, but she's not dewy either. So she's like perfectly in the middle of the two. And I love to reach for this one when I'm going for more of a natural skin type finish. She is bomb. And lastly, for bronzer, when I'm going for that matte look, I need that face to be sitting and I need it to be airbrushed, because matte, you cannot mess up matte, honey. And Charlotte Tilbury is that girl when it comes to that matte finish, but it's not gonna look cakey. It's gonna look freaking flawless. This one is in the shade 3 Tan, and she's just that girl. Charlotte knows how to do that finish where you look airbrushed, you look flawless, you look matte, but skin finish like type of matte. Like it's just she does it amazingly with her powders. So I highly recommend this as a bronzer. Her face powder, like when she does powder, she does it right and you look flawless. Like Charlotte is that girl. So now let's talk about mascara. This one is by Ilia. This is their fullest volumizing mascara. Love this mascara. Now my eyelashes aren't very long or very thick at all, but I like the way it like pulls them out so that I can sit my falsies right on top. And I also like the way it makes my eyelashes look when I just don't want to wear any lashes, but I just want my eyes to be a little more awake and you're looking for a good mascara. This is a good mascara. It does have a nice wet type of texture, but it dries down quickly. It's not messy. So this is a really good mascara. Highly recommend. This one by Milk Makeup. This is their Kush mascara. I love this one as well. I love the brush. It's nice and fluffy, and it's a thicker, a little bit of a more drier type of formula if you don't like that really wet formula, but it just gives you great volume on your eyelashes as well as length, you know what I mean? So this is really good when you just want to wear just mascara. You don't even want to wear falsies. I'll pull this one out too. But if you do want to wear your false lashes, it just lifts my eyelashes up in the perfect way so I can sit my falsies right on top. Those two are great for that, as well as this one. This one is by Rare Beauty. This one is also like a kind of a drier formula, which I like. It's really nice. Leaves my lashes voluminous, gives them some length. And I just like it. It just pulls my lashes out so good, and it's just not messy. It dries down quick. Like, it's just a really good formula. So those are my top 3 for mascaras. Now we have to talk about setting spray, because girl, if you don't have a good setting spray, like, I know some people aren't into setting spray, but for me, the setting spray is like the finishing touch to melt everything together and make it look like skin. But when I'm going for that dewy look, I am pulling out Anastasia Dewy Set. Now the packaging has the glitter on it, but the actual setting spray does not have the glitter in it. But girl, this is gonna give me that wet look all day, that moisturized, glowy type of look. It's not wet, like gross, like sweaty looking. It's just like so just juicy. You just look juicy all day. Like, and I just love this when I'm going for that dewy look. Supernatural to Matte, honey, my girl. Huda. Y'all, a lot of people don't like this because they said it smells like hairspray or whatever, because it was formulated behind the whole drag queen thing. I guess drag queens used to use hairspray to set their makeup, so their makeup was on, lasted all day. And this one is called Resting Boss Face, and girl, your face be resting. You be looking like a boy. Girl, Resting Boss Face it is. She has your makeup sitting for the rest of the day. Like, girl, your makeup is so melted and it's sitting there, and it's there. You can feel it there. It's not like weird and sticky or anything like that, but you know your makeup is not going anywhere. She is that girl. She does give me a natural to more of a matte type of finish, so Natural matte days, I'm pulling her out because I know my makeup ain't going nowhere. Lastly, when I'm going for more of a matte type of look or just a seamless skin-like finish, Charlotte's that girl. I had used her before a few times and I was like, okay, I like her, but do I love her? So I had to use her a few more times and just really pay attention to see if I really liked her. How long was my makeup lasting? How was it sitting? And the last couple times I used it, I was like, oh, I was taking her for granted. I really wasn't paying attention the way I should have been. And Charlotte is that girl. Like I said, it's the same thing about her powders. It's the same thing. If you want that airbrush type of finish, you want that skin-like type of finish, Charlotte knows what she's doing with those products, and this included. So I highly recommend this as well. Now, y'all, I didn't really mention anything about brows because I just kind of started trying to get a brow routine. Like before, I was just using like a brow tint and just brushing up my brows. I didn't really have like a brow routine or whatever. But I was like, well, all the other girls have a brow routine. I want a brow routine too. So I started, you know, getting into brow products. And so far, the ones that I am loving are from Huda. Look at the tip. The tip is just so freaking small. You do want to keep it, you know, down low because it will break so easy. But this pencil is just so good, so fine, and gives you like those hair-like strokes. So she's good. She's good. I did purchase a new one that I ain't telling y'all about yet because I want to try it first and see if I love it. But it's definitely like a holy grail in the makeup world, and I want to see how it compares to this one. I couldn't wait for the sale, girl. I had to go buy it because I ain't want it to be sold out. So I went and bought it, but I haven't used it yet. And also this eyeliner by Huda. Now this is like her liquid eyeliner. So this is what the tip looks like, and look how fine and small and precise that tip is. This tip is so amazing. I don't do wings often, but when I try them, this is what I reach for. And I also use this for my eyebrows. Like, but you gotta be careful. Like, girl, don't even touch your skin with it. You just want to brush it through your hairs and don't even touch your skin, because once it hits, it's dry. It is dry. It's not going anywhere. So I try to use this for like brush like strokes, but you can't even touch your skin with it. You have to be so light-handed and just make that hair look like hair. But if you can master it with this, it's good. And then lastly, to plaster down them eyebrows, girl, I got this Makeup by Mario gel. I've been using it for a while, and at first I was like, is it really doing anything? Should I just be using Got to Be Glue like everybody else? No, She is that girl. I mean, you can absolutely use Got to Be gel because you get way more product and it's super affordable. But I really do like the way this like lays my brows down, and girl, they hard. They ain't moving. They ain't going nowhere. So if you look at the brush, you see that it has the long bristles on the one side, and then on the other side it's the really small bristles, and the small ones are the ones I use like to plaster the brows down. I'll brush them up with the longer side and then plaster them down with that shorter side. Once you put this eyebrow gel on, they are not moving. So I really do like this. I guess I got me like a brow routine now or whatever, girl. I'm gonna keep trying though, you know. Brows can make or break a face sometimes. I know we've all seen it. We've all seen some good brows and we've seen some bad brows. So I don't want to get in the bad brow category. So I'm just practicing right now, but I just wanted to mention those are the brow products that I've been liking. Now we've come to the end of the video, y'all, and I need y'all help. You'll notice in the video that I didn't say anything about highlighters or lips. I need your help. I need some good highlighters. Like the highlighters that I have been using, they are just either like super affordable, you can't even get them in Sephora, or I just was like, ain't all that. So you guys need to give me some highlighter recommendations as well as some lip recommendations. Like a lot of my lips I get from Ulta or MAC or, you know, somewhere else other than Sephora. So I need you guys to give me some lip pencil and, you know, like lipstick, liquid lip, all of those type of recommendations, because the sale's coming up and your girl needs some stuff to purchase. So that is the end of the video. Those were my Sephora recommendations. I hope I was able to satisfy everybody in every category, no matter what type of finish you like. Definitely let me know what's on your wish list. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, girl, so you can see me apply all these other products that I love in different videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.